Okay, in respect of your time, we will get started. Well, welcome. We really do value the relationship we do have with the IPA. We've been part of your, I guess, member group for some time now, and many of you may have seen us at one of your local conferences. We've been travelling with the IPA a little bit to your local states, and sometimes even presenting the odd webinar or the odd seminar at that particular time. And probably the last one was on social media. Today, all about referrals and 5 steps to get more. A little bit about Feedsy. Well, Feedsy is all about creating goodwill for your brand with regular communications and writing that goodwill or great will to generate referrals. And all while making your working life easy and more beautiful so you can get on with growing your business. And today's presentation is about growing your business through referrals. There's probably no better way. My business, or Gavin Close and myself, Steve Holmes, have created this business called Feedsy about 7 years ago now. We only know too well the actual how you feel when you get a new referral. It's real validation to your business that you're doing something well, and it's fantastic feeling to grow your business through that way. Because quite often your best clients are the ones that are referring you, and that's a nice way to grow your business as well, because you're actually getting the right type of client. Well, we all know you love stats. So we're going to start off with a few statistics which actually make it a little bit of validation as to why referrals work. But 92% of consumers trust referrals from people they know. People are 4 times more likely to buy when referred by a friend, and 74% of consumers identify word of mouth as a key influencer in their purchasing decision. So a referred customer is 18% more loyal than a customer acquired by any other means. Why is that? Well, it's probably quite honestly about the right type of people coming to you when you sort of market to your ideal client. Referred customers are more profitable, and again, because you're sort of getting the right type of client referred. We did some research recently, and we asked many of our clients, and also people that we're actually talking to in the financial services area and accounting sectors, and the biggest marketing challenge was leads and referrals. And when you actually analyse or dig a little bit deeper on leads, the biggest marketing challenge was actually getting referrals. So really you can say that the biggest marketing challenge is how we get more referrals for our business. So the research is there, and we'd like to dig a little bit deeper now today about how we can help your business get more referrals. At this point, we do have 3 polls today that we'd like you to participate in. The first one I will just launch now. If I can just ask you to give you a feedback on that. It is about are referrals the biggest source of new business for your business right now? It's just really a yes and no answer there. I'd love to just get an idea of are they the biggest source of new business. So we're getting a very strong indication there. Actually, in fact, 100% of you are saying yes right now, and we are finding that to be the case. So a lot of you are doing a lot right then if you're getting referrals. But probably the opportunity cost is, could you be getting more? And that's, I guess, how powerful they are. Could you be getting more referrals by taking a really systematic approach that we're going to sort of uncover today for you? So thanks for that. I'll just end that poll now. As I said, there'll be 2 more polls in today's webinar. So learning from the best. Who globally does referrals the best? Well, there's 4 businesses that I'd like to sort of talk about. Dropbox, Airbnb, Fiverr, and Uber. You probably would have heard of all of these. Let's dig a little bit deeper as to what they do so well. Dropbox has a refer a friend. They make this really clear, to refer a friend. So basically, they have this bonus space for the referrer and the referral. They're actually giving the referral something of value as well. And when Dropbox introduced this, they grew by 3,900% just in 15 months via referrals. So pretty powerful. You sign up and you refer a friend to get more space. And as we know, so they're giving something away, but they're also giving something to their friend or to their family member. If we look at Airbnb, it's sort of known as the altruistic promotion that works best. It's where you can invite friends and they're giving something, so they're passively promoting it in credit accounts and settings. So you've got, everywhere you go, there's a way to invite friends. So making it very, very easy. And that's, I guess, another way of how easy do we make it for people to refer. And we're going to sort of touch on that in a lot more detail today, but also the altruistic approach of people actually refer when they feel like they're going to give something of value to someone else, not only to the services you provide, but maybe something else on top of that as well, in terms of some stuff with Airbnb. So it's called the altruistic approach, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper on that also. Also with Fiverr, you can get services online done for $5, and it's not just giving $5 off something, but it's actually the value of what that service is providing. So again, very easy to invite friends, and you're also using that altruistic approach of passively promoting links everywhere, making it very easy, and getting bonuses from within in terms of making that referrer look good in the eyes of the referee. So an altruistic approach. With Uber, obviously many of you would have seen Uber and maybe even ridden in an Uber vehicle. But again, free rides. So they're promoting free rides here. And business partner Gavin obviously did this recently, and we've actually pictured it here, where he invited his mother to participate. And sure enough, she got a free ride, and so did Gavin. So using this altruistic approach to grow their business. And since 2012, Uber has expanded incredibly to 60 countries and over 400 cities, and they've grown from referrals and using that altruistic approach again. So 5 steps to get more referrals. This is what we're sort of talking about today. This is the agenda, and it is all about being awesome, simply. We've had a look at some of the global players there as to what they do so well, and they were awesome, and they were doing it very easily. It was very easy to refer. They rewarded using that altruistic approach. They were being there passively, but also they weren't shy in being quite proactive. And Gav, you want to just take us through this one?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. Basically what we're going to be doing today, we know that your referral network is different from those global players. So we have to make sure that what we're doing works both in your own networking with other suppliers or other partner organizations, but also with peer-to-peer referring as well. So I guess with being awesome simply, we can't help you be more awesome. You're already awesome as it is. But what I guess you want to be able to do is to make sure that your awesomeness is easy to convey to other people. So if somebody was to maybe want to recommend you to somebody, they might go to your website and read lots of bullet points and read lots of paragraphs of what you're saying about yourself. And they might come back with this, which is a very long-winded, very complicated, very hard thing to tell somebody else. So this is not an easy or simple way of, I guess, communicating your awesomeness. So basically what you'll notice with the global players is they make themselves really easy to understand. So we've broken it down to, I guess, what we call a referral statement, which is really clearly articulating in the language of your consumer, of your market, of your clients, what you actually do, your service and profession, and also how you help people. So an example of service profession, in their words, would be, you might be their accountant, a financial advisor, insurance person, investment broker, those sorts of words. It's very simple language. The hardest part is actually how you help them. So again, this is different for every business and for every industry. But an example of maybe for a financial planner might be, we regularly catch up to keep their finances in order and working for them. Or in your case, it might be we really get to know people so they get the best tax deductions. These are very simple things, but these are things that obviously are different for every business. We can also help people invest in ethical companies. That might be your point of difference. Or you might say we make sure people are not getting ripped off with dodgy insurance. So it's really everyday speak language. You want to make sure that what you're communicating is really easy to understand and easy to tell other people. Yeah,
and you might have heard of the elevator pitch, Gav. How many companies have sort of asked you to sort of come up with an elevator pitch. That's like a 30-second grab of what you might say to a client, but it's not how someone else explains to you. So a referral statement is how someone else explains to you, even easier than the elevator pitch.
It's actually quite hard. So an example might be, you should contact my insurance person, Peter from Expert. And then Peter might be talking to the person who's being referred saying, look, we are John's insurance people who recommended we contact you. We make sure people like John are not getting ripped off with dodgy insurance. So it's a really, I guess, simple way of using those two things, that referral statement, to make referring really easy.
So really we're making the hardest step now the easiest, because you no doubt those of you are getting referrals, and we saw that before, that a lot of you are getting referrals, but I guess the opportunity cost is, who's wanting to refer you but just finds that a little bit too hard. They might be thinking, sure mate, I'd love to refer someone to your business, you are awesome, but now what? When they travel home or they go to work or they get involved in their busy lives, geez, now what? Maybe when I get home, I'll try to remember to email some friends. What should I say? Should I direct them to your website? Should I find the business card? How do I send their contact details on? Oh, I just can't remember his number or email address now, anywhere. Oh, I just thought of someone else, but it's just too hard. And this is what we're finding more and more, is it's just too hard. But if they had something where they knew where to go and knew how to refer, wouldn't that be the ideal world? And if we look at that altruistic approach of those 4 global businesses, what they do so well, they made it front and center everywhere. So you probably know where we're sort of going with this. And probably the next page explains maybe a little bit about the ideal ecosystem of how we can get that refer a friend link happening.
So those examples we showed you before, basically as soon as you refer a friend, a chain of events happens. First of all, that friend is emailed with a recommendation. The person who's actually sent a referral is thanked. And the business, in the case of Fiverr or Dropbox, they are told about the referral. And then Dropbox or Fiverr will then communicate directly and almost automatically with the referral. So those 4 things happen very fast and very automatically. So I guess what we're trying to do is create an environment like this, where you might have had a really good meeting with a client. It might be onboarding, or it might be after a great bit of service. It might be just maybe at a dinner party where you're catching up with them, and you say, "Look, I'm really happy that you're happy with us. Hey, as you know, our business is built on word of mouth. If you don't mind, could I ask you if you can think of anyone just like you who might also like our help?" Now that's usually where it stops. But basically, what would be great to be able to do, we better go, great, hey, you do want to do referral. Hey, look, we've got a referral link on our website, which makes it really easy to do that. Do you mind if I maybe email you the link? So basically, you're making the whole the transaction of the referral easy for that person. The person says already, yes, I want to do it. Now you're going to give them a mechanism to do that really easily.
Yep. And we'll show you a little bit later on how you can constantly remind people, because they might not think of someone immediately. It might take a little bit of time for them to learn what that referral link is. And that's about how you be proactive. And we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. But be rewarding, to do what feels good, to reward the referrer and to make the referee feel rewarded as well. So they all look good in each other's eyes. Offering a reward, a few more stats for you. Offering a reward increases the referral likelihood, but the size of the reward does not matter. Non-cash incentives are also 24% more effective at boosting performance than cash incentives. So we're now going to just explore what some of those rewards might be like for your business, or perhaps any small business. But you can incentivize, you can promote, reward, etc. So this is really where you're sort of giving an offer up front and you're articulating and documenting what that reward is. So people know that as soon as they give a referral, this is what they will receive. So it's incentivizing it, and that may or may not work for your business. So it's all of these things documented up front, so that you can sort of work out what's working best for your business. Another way, and this has been probably a most popular way initially for people that have started this approach, is to surprise clients. So you're not incentivizing it, but you're actually giving a hamper or a dinner voucher or something after the fact. So you're not doing something exactly like what Uber and so forth do, because they are incentivizing it using that altruistic approach, but you are giving them and making them feel valued, and that might work best for your business. And
either the incentives or the surprise can be just for the referrer, or the referrer and the referral as well. So you might be giving it to a friend as well as giving something yourself.
Yeah, and I like doing this one as well. A thank you, and it might actually be that we catch up with the accountant or financial planner that I work with, because it's a nice way of asking them about their business, thanking them for the referral, taking them out to lunch, having a cup of coffee, that sort of thing. So making them feel valued again. It's all about rewarding them in some way, shape or form, and to make them feel valued. So the next time they refer, the relationship can continue. And it's just a nice way to thanks. And again, the size of the reward does not matter, but they need to feel valued.
It's a thought that counts.
Being there, so this is a passive way to ask for recommendations. Again, learning from Airbnb and Uber and Fiverr, they had that refer a friend link. And we've sort of shown you a little bit about that, but it's being there passively so that people know that you want referrals. So you can do that ad hocly. You can have that passive link on all digital communications, website navigation bars, email footers, SMS footers, electronic receipts. So you've got that destination where people can go.
So this is basically people, when they go to your channels, they discover it. But if they're receiving stuff from you on a regular basis, you also might passively put on those promotions as well. So you might have an email newsletter that goes out, and you might passively sort of put that on the email newsletter, or maybe you might pin it to the top of your social media posts that you're looking for referrals. So these are, I guess, you're having ongoing communications. You're not actually aggressively asking for a referral, but it's just passively asking for people by promoting it.
Absolutely. So don't be shy. Ask and you shall receive. So it's a little bit being a bit more proactive now in terms of letting people know that you have got those links and you have got that facility to go and ask, to put that refer a friend in there. So the way of doing that is using a pretty good approach using young Gary here.
Yeah, so Gary Vaynerchuk is a social media and digital marketing guru. He's actually a bit older now, but if you ever see any of his videos, he's very entertaining, very passionate about what he does. He's also very knowledgeable. This is actually a good chance just to look at, I guess, the psychology of asking. You don't want to ask all the time. If you ask all the time, people turn off. It's like seeing too many adverts. You just turn off. So he's saying today's, I guess, digital world, especially with digital marketing, it's about giving. It's more of a marketing, it's a giving medium where you're giving information, you're giving away, you're not giving away advice, but you're giving away things of value that people like and respect from you. So you're building up goodwill with your brand by giving. After doing so, people don't mind you asking because you'd be giving them stuff in the first place. So you can build up some goodwill first, or some great will by giving, and then you ask. So I guess some examples of how that might work in your business. Doing the onboarding with a new client, you've been giving them lots of your attention, your ear, maybe some initial advice, a proposal. You've basically been giving them some great service up front before they even start with you. And they'll obviously love you because they've chosen you. So if they choose you during the onboarding process, that gets a bit like Dropbox, which Dropbox is done digitally, but this can be done face-to-face. Basically, after them onboarding, you can do a follow-up email, end of a phone call, end of a meeting. That's a good time to ask. You've been giving all this stuff. Now you can ask once the iron's hot. Also with your communication. So again, we said before, your email newsletter and so forth, where you're passively asking. It's okay to occasionally aggressively ask as well. So if you're giving all this great information, entertaining them, educating them, informing them. So after doing that on a regular basis, every now and then you can also, I guess, actively ask as well. And even just an interaction. So after having a great meeting with somebody, maybe it's your annual review with that person, or maybe you're doing a bit of a tax time. If you had a really good meeting and it's gone really well, we've had spent 55 minutes giving some great advice and giving some good feedback and giving them your attention. Again, it's another good time to ask as well. Another interaction also might be maybe doing a Net Promoter Score survey to sort of see how likely they are to recommend you. And if they say they want to recommend you, then ask them to recommend you. So an NPS is also another good way of asking for a recommendation.
Cool. So we've just gone through, I guess, all those topics about being awesome, being easy, being rewarding, being there, and don't be shy. One thing I'd just like to sum up at this point is also some of the body language. You could do all of this really, really well, but if someone asks you how you're getting on with your business and you say, oh, flat out with emails, I'm so busy, you're sort of giving the perception then that you haven't got time for that person's really important family member or friend. So the perception is you want to give off because you're doing all this stuff wonderfully well, but don't give the perception you're too busy for someone. If you want to sort of give the right perception is that you're really, you love doing what you're doing, you love seeing people, you love advice, you love your accounting, but you've always got time to to talk to someone of value, especially friends and family of my clients. So just be thoughtful and mindful of the verbal or the visual or the body language perception that you're giving off to your best referrers, which are the people around you.
Yeah, you don't want to say I'm too busy, because what you're really saying is you're too busy for them.
Yeah.
You're too busy for their friend.
Yep. and I'm guilty of that myself. I quite often say that, but I'm training myself now to sort of say something very, very different, because I'm actually speaking to advisors and accountants all the time. But if I'm telling them I'm too busy, am I sort of communicating that I'm too busy for their accountant friend or their financial planning friend to help them in their business?
We're actually formulating a webinar just on that topic itself. So
it's pretty powerful, and it's something to really think about. So we'd like to introduce now something pretty exciting. It's the Feedsy referral ecosystem.
Oh, there's a drum roll.
Yeah. So how do we put into practice everything we've learned from those global businesses and everything we've sort of talked about today?
So with the first one, Be Awesome Simply, we actually help you create your referral statement. We actually work with you to work out, I guess, those 2 main points: how to say what you do and how you help people. Now, many businesses have this already sorted out, but some businesses actually struggle a bit actually to articulate exactly what they do in a really simple way. So we actually help you do this, and it's part of our setup process. It actually doesn't take very long once you actually know what you're doing. We also give you some templates you can use as well, so you can sort of borrow some of our existing thinking. But yeah, we make this really easy for you.
Yeah, it's part of our service is really to make referrals work for you. So part of that process is to articulate what you do well, simply, and to be easy. So the hardest part is now the easiest. Everything is automated. For the referrer, with the referrer friend link. For you, we actually thank the referrer. You've got a new referral, and we follow up the referral. So all this is automated and tracked in the back end. So we'll show you what that looks like in a moment. But the hardest part is now the easiest part.
In fact, here it is. So basically what you'd get is a link which has a refer a friend. It could say anything, but there's a link that you can put on various platforms. Sorry, I'll push the wrong button there. And that goes to a landing page. This is the landing page which has a comment, which we'll talk about in more detail in a minute, has their details and their friends' details, and they go refer now. That instantly then sends off a chain of events of emails that has an email saying, thanks for the referral, that's fantastic. It also has an email which goes from the referrer to the referral. So it sends an email to their friend on their behalf, and you sort of are in control of what that says. And also you're notified that a referral's happened. And then 2 days later, you then send an automatic email to the referral saying, look, a friend of yours has recommended us. Here's our details. You're going to contact us, or we may contact you later on. And in the email here that their friend has sent them, it actually says, look, I hope you don't mind, I've given you contact details to the business so they may contact you. So they've been warned this is going to happen, and it sort of is written in a language that's very person to person. It says, is it okay? It's really very compliant, and also very, very real, very human.
Yep.
But also what happens too after that referral is they get a thank you. So the guilty to thank you screen, where they also said, hey, do you want to keep that good feeling going and maybe recommend somebody else? And they can always say no, they don't want to, or they might want to recommend someone else. So you don't want to sort of turn away an opportunity for more referrals, especially if you're maybe giving an incentive. They might go, I might get another incentive by recommending somebody else. And your incentive also might be conditions, which we'll talk about in more details.
Yep.
And then everything is measured to be able to see who's opening what. So when you make that phone call, you know it's an informed phone call. So you'll see how many people are getting referred. You better see who they are in date order, so you can see the most recent first. Per person, you better see exactly like who referred them, when they were referred, if a reward has been promised as well. The reward is being recorded, so you know what you usually give them. You might change the reward down the track, so you can see exactly what that person's been promised. And also you better see the source. You better see where that referral came from, and you also better see all the data about how they've been opening your emails, so you see how active they are.
And what I like, Gary, is that, which must happen as well, every one of those landing pages is importantly, it's in your brand. And because we've got the input there from the referrer and the referee, every one of those emails that people get uses the names of the referee and the referrer. So it's very personal, it's going to them, and you get to edit. We come up with best practice with the referral statement, etc. But you can actually edit all of those letters so that you're happy with what goes out to your clients, so that you're in control of what is actually said. So that's really important, that you get the level of customization that your business deserves for all of that.
So with rewarding, you can either incentivize, surprise, or simply thank. It's up to you. And we actually will work with you. If you want to do an incentive, we'll work with you to work out, I guess, the conditions for the incentive, whether it's just the recommendation deserves a reward, or maybe it might be if they sign up, they get a reward, or you both get a reward. So we will help you articulate what that's going to be, but also you can do some testing too. You can do some like a month of referrals without any incentive, and maybe next month you do one with an incentive to see which one works the best.
Good. So here's the incentive. So as we sort of stated before, the incentive is always articulated and documented right up front. So this one, in this case, refer and go to the movies. To show our appreciation, we're offering $25 movie gift card for every genuine referral that we have a meaningful conversation with. So there's a little bit of a caveat there that you need to have you're putting there that there's a bit of a quality statement, and also the conditions down the bottom. So we respect privacy. We also, really respect open and honest communications. We put some conditions down there, letting someone know exactly what will happen. So this referral will trigger a recommendation email from you to them, and then follow-up email from us to them. Now we can articulate that however you like, as part of the setup, invitation to book a one-on-one chat demo, meaningful discussion, etc. And then you've got links to the privacy policy as well. So we have worked in financial services for a long time now, and we know the importance around disclosure, disclaimers, and also importantly privacy, which this one's all about. So being there, constantly displaying, let's go back one, sorry for that. Constantly displaying your, I gave it up then, I gave what I was going to talk about. Constantly display your Feedsy referral links. I'm about to show you, but you've already had a sneak peek. Show the people that referrals are welcome on your ad hoc and regular communications. So now I'm about to show you. So here we've got the top of the website. You can imagine your website here. We've got that refer a friend link in your email footer, obviously the refer a friend link as well. And those of you who've seen Feedsy before, there's a beautiful looking footer on there that has got all your stories above. It could be tax stories, it could be business stories, lifestyle stories. On the bottom, please don't keep us a secret, refer a friend. And all of these links go to that landing page, and once completed, trigger all of those automated emails for you.
And you can track which ones are being clicked on. So you can go, the ones on a website are working really well. So
yeah.
But the thing about this, I guess look at these as little adverts, I suppose. It's like McDonald's. McDonald's are always advertising their brand, always advertising the fact they've got great food. Food. It doesn't mean you're going to buy it straight away. It's just awareness that this is actually out there. So you're making your customers, your prospects aware that you take referrals, and that's easy as well.
And there's probably a step 2 to this, because once we've got this on there, that creates the avenue of how to refer, but that's being the passive way or the regular way, but it's not sort of promoting it and being proactive. So we'll also want to be proactive in what we're talking about. And this is where we don't be shy. We're actually being proactive in terms of helping you ask for referrals. And here it is.
Yeah. So we give you what you call ask content. Basically, we'll provide you, probably on a quarterly basis, we'll provide you a blog article that will be written by us, but you can always customize it yourself. And also we'll create a journey of 4 emails that will go every quarter. There's actually 5 emails that go every quarter. Simply by ticking a box next to the person's name, they'll receive email 1, wait a quarter, email 2, wait a quarter, email 3, and so forth. They get 5 emails over a period of 12 months, where there's different messages inviting them to refer a friend. And there's different sort of uses of psychology, and there's different messages there, which will basically and hopefully inspire your customers to refer. But also, again, you're promoting it. So you can always go to their inbox and find that link. But we are promoting for you how to refer a friend.
Yeah, so you could actually use that to share on Facebook, and you stick it to the top of your Facebook page so that people have got a nice article there that you're actually looking for referrals, and they've got it's actually hyperlinked as well. So every time someone lands on your Facebook page, they've also got that refer a friend link, which is pretty important. So the Feedsy packages, there's 3 of them: the Communicator, Campaigner, and Advocator. I'll just briefly explain them, and then we will go into further detail. Communicator does just that. It communicates compliantly and regularly every month to your clients, providing either 10 stories or 1 per week. It's depending on your budget or how much you might want to create stories yourselves. If you haven't got any time at all, you might want our stories, so that you go the heavier end. But it provides what we call a blog site and a regular email, and one per month. On the campaigner side, it digs a little bit deeper. It involves the ability to segment your clients between prospects, the clients, maybe different service levels, all that sort of thing, type of business, birthday mails, new subscriber journeys when someone is added to the list, pop-up web apps. I'm going to show you a little bit about that as well, but multiple emails per month to really target and upsell clients.
So you get Communicator plus that?
Yep. The Advocator Plan, which has got the Feedsy referrals, has got Communicator, Campaigner, and also the referral ecosystem. And very soon we'll be adding on the onboarding journeys. And a really nice onboarding journey also results in effective referrals because they've had a really nice experience in coming on. Now, that might be as simple as a new client joins you, you tick a box, and there's a series of communications going out to that client, welcoming them, and introducing them to your staff, maybe some strategic alliances, etc. But more on that later. But Feedsy referral is what we're talking about today, because all of those help you be referable.
So your Feedsy web, so everybody has all plans. You can see here in the green here, these are all the plans here. So all plans have Feedsy web. And this is where it all begins. This is where all the stories are published on a weekly basis. So it's all in your brand, has links to your website, has links to your contact forms. It's all totally about you. And there are either 10 categories or one category a week that you're getting from us, depending what plan you're on. And they come from a choice of 20 different categories. So you can sort of create what's called a story mix, which is a mix of your own, it's like your own playlist, your own sort of criteria of news stories that you receive from us on a regular basis. And of course, you can also add your own content here really easily too. So you can add your own story into the mix as well.
Yeah, so you imagine this as being your blog. So you go from your website, you click on news, and you come to this page, which is all in your brand. So it's basically your blog that's being fed by our content, plus content that might come from your business.
And then once a month, there are 10 stories at the top of the list, grabbed from your Feedsy web and put onto your Feedsy mail. So your email goes out once a month, grabs those stories. It's personalised to the person's name. It's obviously in your branding, has a big button there to contact us. And if you've got Feedsy referrals, it also has that referral row as well down the bottom as well. So you're promoting and also providing a link for referrals. Now, you're in total control here. It's automatically sent, so you don't worry about the sending of it. You can pause it if you need to. But also you can choose which 10 stories you want to get sent out. So over that month, you might have received 40 stories, so you're getting 10 per week. You can rearrange those stories so the 10 you want to go out are sent out. So you can grab story number 30 and grab number 30 and put it at number 2. So we give you alerts every week. The new stories have arrived, and we give you a monthly alert to say, hey, newsletter is going out next week. Do you want to do something about it? Now, a lot of people do nothing at all, but some people do get involved, create their own stories, rearrange the order that they want, and have full control. So you're in total control to do everything or to do nothing.
And the efficiencies are absolutely beautiful in that your blog just gets emailed every month. I mean, most businesses that I know that are not with Feedsy have got this blog that doesn't go anywhere. They're not sharing it. It doesn't go anywhere. But the efficiencies of Feedsy is it just automatically emails it out really beautifully every month. So everything in your blog just gets emailed where the visibility of it just increases 100-fold. So
it's all about publishing, pushing it out to people. And also you get full analysis too. So you analyze how many opens and clicks there are in your emails. You can also see what stories they've been reading, the most popular stories. And also per person, per subscriber, you can see what they've been reading, what they've been opening, what they've been clicking on as well. With a campaigner, you get the extra level of having more control. So actually you can manually create these what we call Feedsy flashes. And you can actually do more customization with the template. We also provide you another template. It's called a plain text template, which is more for, I guess, it's less marketing and more sort of personal communications. But you can also include stories in there as well. So you can link a story in 3 different styles from your Feedsy web, or it can just be text only. Likewise with the other template too. You don't need to include the story down there. It can just be the blue panel. But you can also use it to, for invitations to events. Could be a Christmas card. It could be announcing your Christmas closure hours or so forth. Or it could be a special budget special that you're sending out to people.
So that call to action button there, contact us. You can actually hyperlink that to anywhere. That might be to register for a webinar or
RSVP or something.
RSVP to something. So that's really your custom call to action button, whether it's to go to your contact us page or whether it's whatever it is. It's completely up to you how you want to custom that.
And also you can also do segmentation by personalizing your list. So you can break your list into smaller groups, so you can send more personal information to different groups. Like it might be Generation X, Generation Y, based on age. It could be maybe you have gold, silver, bronze clients. It could be the kind of services that you're promoting, whether the people have, a tax article for tax people and so forth. It could be maybe seeing different campaigns. It could be campaign X, campaign Y, or could even be simply as some people are customers, some people are prospects. So you don't want to send out, maybe an email to prospects that should only go to customers and vice versa. So you get a chance to sort of break your list into small groups, what we call segments, and we work with you on this. We actually work out what you're trying to achieve, and we actually do it for you. It's really quite easy.
It could be something as simple as, those that you do personal tax for, those that you do business tax for, and things like that. And you might be a nice little campaign about how to help you with your BAS or, things like that. So you can actually do a nice little message just before BAS is due. Say, hey, can we help you with it or whatever. So, or those that might be subscribed that you help with doing Xero for, or whatever platform you might be using. Just a really nice way to segment in the way that you want to. And we understand your business and actually ask you lots of questions as to how you want to market your clients and then customize the segmentation just for you.
And it's also a nice bonus. There's an automated birthday message. Again, there's 2 templates you can choose from. So all you need to do is provide a birth date for that person, and every year they'll get a birthday message. Again, you get a chance to customize that message, but you do it once, and then it just happens in the background. You might want to change the message every now and then. You might want to choose the image that you're using, maybe change it from our flickering. There's a flickering candles on a birthday cake, but it might be balloons or candles, or even a picture of your staff. And that can be changed whenever you like. But it's basically an automatic birthday message that goes out once a year to your clients. And also, when somebody is subscribed, we've had many clients say, look, can we introduce the newsletter before it goes out? So we've actually created this, it's quite a simple thing, we call it Welcome New Subscribers. And when somebody enters your subscriber list, this little email goes out automatically saying, hey, keeping in the loop is really important. You're going to receive a newsletter from us, which is going to be entertaining or educational, whatever the wording you might want to have there. We give you some templates to work from, but you can choose this message as well. But basically, the thing is, if somebody is subscribed, whether you add them or they add themselves, they'll get a thank you and an alert that an email is coming soon. And also with the Campaigner Plan and the Campaigner Plan, you get what's called a web app. So this is like the Clayton's app. It's an app you have when you're not having an app. Instead of having to go to the App Store to download an app, people will get a pop-up every time they're on your Feedsy web. So it might be from a social media share or an email send that they've received. They click on a story to read the story, and this pop-up will appear. Now, it only appears once a day, so it's not going to appear every single time they open the story up. It's only going to appear once a day. And it basically invites them to add your icon to their home screen as if it's an app. So it's quite a simple process for someone to do, but it's better than going off to the App Store. So it just means your brand is then on their phone all the time for you to then click on and get your news. And we also have Feedsy print too. Some people still like paper, whether it's a fact sheet or a newsletter or even a white paper. So this actually enables you to, in seconds, choose a title, a subtitle, grab as many stories as you like, and then go view now, creates a PDF that you can print out and give to people. So you might do a customized sheet for a meeting. It might be an article about a certain topic that this person is interested in. You might have written your own article about something. So using our Feedsy web as a library of your content, and then basically you're using Feedsy print to print a version of that.
Yeah, you can search here too. So if you've got a tax story, you can just type in tax, and you can pick the story you want.
And social media. So it's very easy to share stories on social media. So again, the good thing about sharing stuff from your own Feedsy web is that links come back to you. So rather than sharing Sydney Morning Herald or The Age or another publication's content, which means people go off to their publication and their website, all links will go back to you. All roads lead back to Rome. So it's very easy to do. You can do this yourself at no fee. But we find some people are so busy, or maybe aren't that confident in social media, that often they'll get us to do it for them. That's called Feedsy Social, which is an add-on. So we actually can help you with Feedsy Social as well by doing the social media for you. And of course, there's the referral engine, which is only on the Applicator Plan. And of course, we cover the 5 steps to more referrals.
That's just a bit of a summary of what we do. So we help you to be awesome with the referral statement, just to be simple, be easy to sort of accept those referrals, be rewarding with some ideas and promotions, and you can change those whenever you like, and to be there passively, and also importantly to ask. And we'll help you ask ongoing to help you with that whole referral approach. So I'd like to just enter into probably in the last few slides now, but what's a referral
We're almost
worth
there,
to your
guys. We're
business?
almost there.
Yeah. So what's a referral worth to you? I'd like to launch our second poll. I said there were going to be a couple more. So the next poll is just asking you, what is a referral worth? So what is a new client worth in your business? We're sort of saying that, for example, it might be $2,000 to set up a new client, and potentially $1,000 per annum if you've got a new client within your business. So
this is the fees they're paying you.
Yeah, the fees they're paying you. It's just like get a bit of an idea of what a new client might be worth to your business. We've got a couple of a couple of dollar categories there. Just want to sort of get a bit of a survey as to what it's worth to get a referral in essence. So we're getting mostly, I guess on average, between 1 and 2,000. So we've got some under, some between 2 and 3.
Well, it's really split, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Still a few voting though. It's still happening there, Gav.
Yeah.
The all-important thing though, and we'll sort of talk about this one in a moment, but the conversion rate or the sales per referral, we've sort of got some feedback that maybe a new client from 4 referrals is about right. So we just sort of summarise that information. It is quite split. We're getting probably 50% of you under 1,000, 33% of you between 2 and 3, and 17% of you between 1 and 2. So it is a little bit split there, depending on your business.
I'm going to call it as 1.5.
1.5 on average?
1.5?
Yep.
We'll do 1.5.
Cool. So we just end that poll now. Thank you for participating in that. The last poll is the referral conversion. So is 1 in 4, in terms of those that because you said at the start that some of you are getting referrals now, is 1 new client from 4 referrals about right for your business?
Yeah, we used to say 1 in 5, and we found most people still thought that was too low. So, yeah. Because referrals are warm leads.
They are. So it might be, this might be a little bit too conservative, 1 in 4.
Yeah, it's looking at about right, actually. Yeah.
So 71% of you are saying about right, and 29% of you are saying a little bit too low. Yep. So I guess we'd probably take the conservative option, also where the stats are that it is about right.
Yeah.
So that's sort of working on if we're getting 1 referral a month, for example, it's resulting in about 3 new clients. 3 new clients
or 4.
4 new clients in a year.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for participating there. And just to let you know, that's what we've been getting in our business. At Feedsy, we've been actually getting a couple of new referrals, a month, and which really does help. But I think your business is a little bit more personal than that.
So basically, what a referral is worth, basically the revenue in the first year times by the conversion rate. So I guess going on your numbers here, so if say the average revenue in the first year is say 1,500, times that by 25%, and a referral is worth about $375. So that's what a referral is worth to you in the first year. So I guess with those numbers in mind, I guess we can look at sort of what our fees are and sort of what you look at doing.
Yeah, because one thing we've learned that when you do marketing, you want to get some sort of return on your investment. Yes, we've got beautiful communication, we've got beautiful stories that go out to your clients where we educate them, etc. But if an element of Feedsy can actually produce some growth for your business, then that marketing element does pay for itself. So with that in mind, the Communicator Plan that we mentioned before is a $660 setup fee, and between the 10 stories, which is $149, or 1 story a month, 1 story a week is $79 a month.
So that means you're getting 40 or 4 a month stories.
Yep, and you're getting the auto send of those stories every month out to your clients and your own nice looking blog in your own brand. The campaigner digs a little bit deeper. Obviously, you've got ability to send more, You've got more templates here. You've got the birthday mail, etc. So again, you've got either the 10 stories per week or the 1 story per week, but just a little bit more firepower in terms of the campaign. There is a special offer we've got for you today as well, but the final plan, the Advocator, is a 1320 setup. You've got the $259 for the 10 stories, or 1 story per week, and $189. But you've got the Feedsy referral ecosystem, and the onboarding journey that is coming soon will be simply added to this this plan, and the referrals will actually dovetail nicely into the onboarding, because the onboarding uses the same technology as the Advocator.
So as well as, I guess, educating your clients, keeping them close to you, increasing your retention, increasing your brand awareness. So we're finding that we're already getting referrals from a normal Communicator Plan anyway, because people go, oh, that's right, I forgot about you. I only see you once a year, and now I'm seeing you more often. I've got a friend who might want to use you. The Advocator actually makes that process and that conversion even easier. So if your referrals are worth $375, then if you're getting about 1.4 referrals a month through Advocator, that'll pay for itself. Plus you get the other bonuses. So without Advocator, you're still getting a bonus. You're still getting all those other great marketing advantages to your business. But it's really easy to get your money back with Advocator as well.
Yeah. Now the special offer from the webinar today is we've got 20% off of the savings here in terms of the Communicator and Campaigner plan. We're actually giving 50% off of the Advocator. We don't charge any of the ongoing fees for the first month, because we're actually busy setting things up for you, even though 9 times out of 10 the businesses are up and running within a few weeks. We don't charge for the first month.
And also, we do actually have our incentive at the moment is if you refer a friend, you also can get extra free month. But we'll let that go for the time being until you actually start using us. We don't want you referring people until you actually love us and start using us first.
And that's how they're using the altruistic approach that we talked about right at the start. Is if you're a current client of Feedsy and you refer someone, the current client of Feedsy gets a free month, which is great. But the person that has come on board, their friend, gets a month from Feedsy, which happens anyway, but they get an additional 3 months. They get 2 free months. So this offer here is not just available for the next 7 days. What we'd like to do is have a deeper conversation with you from today, and just to book an appointment within the 7 days. So this is the Calendly link that we will email you today along with this presentation. And if you make an appointment within the next 7 days, that appointment might actually be next month, or towards the end of the year, or it could be next week. But you've just made that appointment to lock in the special offer.
So you're basically clicking that link within 7 days.
And that, because you no doubt have some questions, we've covered everything fairly quickly today. We haven't talked about your business in terms of what your priorities are, and that's really what that conversation is all about. And even if you decide not to go ahead with Feedsy, it's just an opportunity to talk more, and for us to, I guess, leverage the relationship we do have with the IPA members, and the great work that obviously you're doing as a membership base. And we appreciate the alliance with them, and hence like to give back as much as possible to your group.
So thank you so much for your time today. I was going to say, you've got any questions, but I guess that's something for that link for you to ask. So it's been a real pleasure today, and a great opportunity. And again, the IPA are doing a great job with you guys. So yeah, definitely support the IPA as well.
Good. All right. Well, bye for now. Thanks, Gav.
Bye.
Talk soon.